I was parked in the lay-by on the A547, just out of Llandulus, on the way to Old Colwyn. And it's about school kicking out time. So I thought I'd just sit here and see how many SUVs go up and down the road in a 5-minute period. 3:05. So I'm going to give it till 10 past. And see what the percentage of SUVs are. Right, you've probably watched the most boring video on the entire planet. I just thought this would be an interesting experiment. My intention was just to sit there for 5 minutes and see what came up and down the road. I ended up sitting there for 14. And I've just sat here now and watched the video. And I've now just counted motorbikes, buses, trucks, vans, cars and SUVs. Let's leave the cars and SUVs out of it at the moment because that is the majority of the cars on the road. If we go from the bottom up, we had one motorbike in 14 minutes. We had 6 buses, we had 9 trucks, and that includes pickup trucks. I had 19 vans, like transit type vans, Vivaros, that kind of stuff. So that was, in 14 minutes we had 36 alternative vehicles, vans, trucks, buses, motorbikes. Only 36 vehicles of the 136 that went up and down that road were motorbikes, buses, trucks and vans. Now we get to SUVs and cars. My sums are easy on this one. In 14 minutes, I had 57 cars. In 14 minutes, I had 43 SUVs. So that tells me, just on this one example, on this one road, 43% of vehicles that went past me in 14 minutes are SUVs. Cars are still the dominant in the area I live at 57%. I didn't realise until I sat here how many SUVs were on the road. You see them parked up, say it's school dropping off time, school pickup time. It's predominantly SUVs, not so many cars picking the kids up from school. But until you do something like what I've just done, sat in a lay-by for 14 minutes, that you realise just how many of these cars are on the road. Cars are too big for our roads. They don't fit in the parking spaces. They cost an absolute fortune. But if you watch the video, you'll see predominantly the cars that are on the road are not little cheap hatchbacks. They're expensive cars. Well, I think in that 5-minute period, that gives you some idea how popular SUVs are. We're living in a so-called cost of living crisis, and these are cars that are extremely expensive. Pretty much 50% of the cars, I'll have to go through the video footage and count all the SUVs and get some sort of percentage as to how popular they are and how many have come up and down this road in this short period of time. They don't make any sense. They're just big hatchbacks on stilts that cost too much money, that are not as economical, that cost more to keep running with service costs and fuel. They're more expensive to insure, but they just seem unbelievably popular, and I just don't get the trend. I just don't know why everybody wants an SUV. Or is it, I'm bigger, I've got more presence on the road? That's what it seems to be. They're just unbelievably popular, and most of them have only had one person in them. It just seems to be the prevalent car nowadays. There's another one there on this side. There's another one coming, a Range Rover. Could be a Discovery actually, but it's just SUV after SUV after SUV. These are very, very expensive cars. I can understand that Discovery. That's a practical car. That Range Rover is not practical. People, we don't need these big cars. The roads aren't big enough in this country for them. The car parks aren't big enough. Our parking spaces aren't big enough. They're too heavy. They do too much damage to the road. They're just a waste of money. Hopefully they're just a trend, but I don't think they are. It seems to be the way we're being pushed. Because every time I see an advert for an electric car, it's for a very, very expensive SUV. And it's not the right way to go. We need small, cheap, reliable cars powered by petrol or hybrid, because hybrid makes sense. Full electric doesn't make sense, and SUVs do not make sense at all. I just thought it'd be an interesting experiment to see just how prevalent SUVs are on the road. Anyhow, thanks for watching.